Well, welcome to week 3 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. And thank you to Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead for initiating this challenge that I've done now for 3 years. And it's amazing how much you can put in your pantry or freezer in just a short amount of time, doing it every single day um, or as often as you can. I have put in the freezer green beans, corn, and recently garlic pucks. They're little bits of garlic that you can put in a jar and you flash freeze them and then you put them in the jar and seal them in the jar and then use them whenever you want. A lot of people will use food saver bags for this, but every time you want to use one, you got to open that bag. And although it's a great way to protect the little pucks, it's not friendly. So I like to store them in a jar. Now, you could put them in freezer bags, Ziploc bags, but you have to double bag them because garlic smells. I mean, that it's powerful. Then I also made several different types of seasoning so I can get ready to do my seasoning salt for Christmas presents. And you want to put some kind of a desiccant pack when you dehydrate and then powder vegetables or herbs. And what I have in here, I'm trying something brand new, and it's a dry tab that is a flat disc that when it gets full of moisture, it gets thicker. So I'm going to try that. It is made with psyllium, so it is a plant fiber rather than a silica gel, which is what I've been using in the past. And there's been more research about the two of them. You can find that by Googling it and see what matters with your particular things. So another thing I've done is some seed saving. Now, some seeds, like dill, you just pluck off when they're dry, put them in a bag, and save them for next year to plant. Some seeds, like this marigold, you have to kind of pull it apart, and then the seeds, which are falling all over, are the little, they look like they have feathers on the bottom of them, but that's the seed. And so you can grow your own marigold. So you have a particular type of marigold that you like. Like I have some large yellow ones that I like to have every year. And so when you're ready to deadhead, basically, just cut it off, let it dry a little bit more, and then pull it apart like that and stick the seeds in a packet. Now I got these packets from Amazon, buku amount for like $5. And they're Ziploc, so you can open them. And then close them up. Now, I like this particular tomato, and so it was round. There were plentiful, and so I decided I would try to save them. Now, tomato seeds are hit and miss because they can be pollinated by other tomatoes that you have growing in the area. And you may not get the same kind, so I'm not depending on my tomato harvest for next year on this particular tomato. I also have one that I've been saving for about 4 years now. What they say is that it takes 10 years, I believe it's 10, to develop a strand. So you plant it, you harvest it, you plant it, you harvest 10 years. And then you've got a seed that is pretty much going to grow that same tomato every time you plant it. The other thing with saving seeds from your area is that those seeds, those plants have survived the pests and all the climate and everything in your area, and they're going to be hardier. So I also saved some cucumber seeds. Now, tomatoes and cucumbers and melons have a coating on their seed that kind of protects them. So you have to break that coating down. And generally speaking, I put it in water and let it sit there for sometimes 48, sometimes 3 days, 48 hours, 3 days. And then check the seed to see if it's dissolved that mucus coating. Then you can dry it. Now, I have tried paper towels, and unfortunately, the seed has a tendency to stick to the paper towel. So it is better to use a paper plate, which has a little bit of a slick coating on it that the seeds can sit there. And then you can kind of shake it every once in a while it's drying, and it releases from the plate much easier. And then once it's totally dry, you pack it in this and you label it the way what seeds they are and whether they're experimental or what. So we've done a lot of different things. I consider seed saving as part of my every bit counts, because sometimes you want to save seeds. I've had people admire my black hollyhocks, and they are prolific in seeds. So I save them, dry them, or pick them and dry them and save them for those people that I know really would love to have some to plant. It's an inexpensive gift to give somebody, and they will have a memory of you all the while it's growing. So it's a great Christmas gift. So find some seeds and let me know in the comments what you've done for week 3 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. Until next time, this is Mary for the health of it. So the garlic that we froze has little pucks overnight. Here they are. Now, a lot of people will put these in a food saver bag, but then you got to open that food saver bag every time you want a garlic puck. To me, that's not efficient. So I'm putting it in this jar. The other thing with garlic is it can smell up the freezer. So I want to keep it in this jar, and when I want to use them, I can take one out and not smell up my freezer. I have them in varying sizes because sometimes I just want a little garlic, Sometimes I want a lot of garlic. So that's what we're doing today.